People used to say I was the kind of girl who grew up in a quiet, well-mannered family, someone who would have a peaceful life if she simply followed the path laid out for her. And for a long time, I believed that too. I thought my life would be gentle, steady, predictable. But everything changed the moment I got married. I didn't know my husband was an addict before we married. I had no idea how deeply addiction could swallow a family. I stepped into that marriage believing I was walking toward a future. Instead, I walked straight into 10 years of struggle. 10 years where I never had a single coin in my pocket. Whenever money touched my hands, it disappeared. 10 years of living on credit, eating on credit, paying rent on credit, paying off debt only to fall into new debt again. 10 years of moving from one rented room to another until I couldn't remember how many places we had lived. Every morning, I carried my younger child on my chest and my older one on my back, taking them to school before running to work. The worst moments were when my husband needed money for drugs. If I couldn't borrow for him, I was beaten. There were nights I thought I wouldn't survive until morning. But somehow, I did. And then one day, ordinary, neither peaceful nor terrible, I woke up and realized I was done. I looked at my children and thought, if I stay, they will grow up in darkness. If I leave, at least there will be a chance for something better. I left with nothing but 2 children and a borrowed motorbike. Not a single coin, but I had determination. My parents took us in, and my father pawned his salary book to help me buy a tiny house. My boss agreed to give me 2 years' salary in advance. It wasn't much, but it was enough to begin again. Becoming a single mother of 2 didn't feel brave. It felt terrifying. But for the first time in years, the air didn't hurt. For the first time, I wasn't afraid inside my own home. I started planning my life from the ground up. I was working as a chief accountant, so I used what I had. I contacted small businesses for part-time accounting work. I studied life insurance so I could earn extra income. I taught practical accounting at home. And late at night, I taught myself German. My days became painfully long. 6:30 a.m. Take the kids to school. Go to work. Finish company work. Handle part-time jobs. 4:30 p.m. Pick up the kids. Go home. Teach accounting while cooking, cleaning, bathing the children. 7 p.m. Dinner. 8 p.m. Put the kids to bed. Sleep beside them until 10 p.m. Then my alarm rang, and another life began. From 10 p.m. to 4 a.m., I studied German. I translated documents for foreigners to build vocabulary. I watched films without subtitles. 4 hours of sleep at most, then the cycle repeated. 4 months later, my boss told me my German had improved dramatically. That single sentence felt like someone had finally seen how hard I'd been fighting. Little by little, everything changed. I paid off the house debt. I bought a car so the kids and I could travel safely. My income stabilized. And for the first time, I allowed myself small joys, clothes I liked, things that reminded me I was still a woman, not just a survivor. My children understood more than I ever said. They were gentle, quiet, unbelievably mature. When my son was 9, he already cooked simple meals for himself and his sister whenever I came home late. They cleaned the floor, bathed themselves, studied on their own. The only thing I hired help for was taking them to and from school. Life softened. And as peace returned, something unexpected happened. Men started noticing me. Some single, some not. Some sincere, some opportunistic. Even younger men, much younger, showed interest. But I didn't open my heart to anyone. I was afraid of losing the fragile peace I had built for my children. And through all of this, I learned something about being a woman. A woman becomes attractive when she can stand on her own financially. A woman becomes attractive when she invests in her knowledge. A woman becomes attractive when she sees beauty in herself. A woman becomes attractive when she speaks with confidence. And a woman becomes truly attractive when she is content with what she has, yet still willing to grow. To all the women out there, especially those who have walked through storms like I did, I hope you stay beautiful, stay joyful, and stay quietly, deeply attractive in your own way. With love.